crisis, we're facing political tariff, economic crisis, and obviously if we're going to be able to overcome all that, we're going to need unity like never before in this country. You're the Minister of Canadian Identity. It is noted at the beginning of your title, a very lengthy title. So my question to you is a very simple one. How do you define and what is Canadian identity to you?
Minister? If I was to read all of my title right now, I'd probably use up all of my 90 seconds that I have with you, so I won't do it. And far from me to sit here and tell anyone what is or should be Canadian identity. That's not the mandate that the Prime Minister has asked me the role that the Prime Minister has asked me to play. My role is to work to ensure that the diversity of Canadian identities, whether they're Francophone, Anglophone, Indigenous, are well represented, are put forward as part of the fabric of our society. I can give you the example of the Canada Strong Pass, for example, this summer, where we saw record level attendance in Parks Canada, national museums. We invited provinces to collaborate with us on this program. 9 out of 10 provinces decided to participate in this project. I was recently at a culture ministers meeting in Regina, and everyone from coast to coast to coast said, we want to work with your government to work on more nation building measures like this one. That's the role that I have to play.
Minister, your government's uncontrollable immigration policy has created enough diversity, and obviously the challenges are what they are. But my question is very concerning when I have a minister here who can't really define what his role is. And when it's all said and done, will you at least acknowledge that the two founding people, the French and the English, along with the special status and the recognition of our Indigenous people, is at the core of our heritage? Will you at least acknowledge that? And can you please at least explain to me what is your program of integration that will allow us to create a Canadian identity that will allow us to go forward as a united country, coast to coast to coast?
Minister. Peut-être que j'ai mal répondu en anglais, sénateur.
Perhaps I misspoke in English. I'll answer in French. The answer I gave to your first question spoke of Indigenous languages, English language, the place of Indigenous peoples in the Canadian identity. So perhaps if my English answer wasn't clear, I hope the French is clearer.